Hi everybody, I'm Jimmy, Feet Peace, most positive community throughout social media. So, positive. How do we define positive? How do we define positive? Who cares? Welcome to the broadcast, everyone. My name is, you know it. And what do? I walk. Get myself a selfie stick soon. Get a little tripod, Pretty soon. Maybe it's in the gutter where I left my lover. Now I got a bellyache. Listen to Billie Eilish. It's my mind. Maybe it's in the gutter. I left my lover. What an expensive fate is for vendetta. Thought that I was better. Now I got a bellyache. You're gonna get my weird this morning. I am once again single. I now have a business partner, an accountability partner, and I am technically single. Technically. I just don't want to be in a relationship right now. I don't. Unless I meet the right person, which you never know. But what place are you? Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm so mature. I'll get me a therapist. How many girlfriends do I have? Right now, just one. I'm technically single, but I have a girlfriend. I don't know. I'm an interesting person. I date, but I still claim singularity. I'm not really a traditional with all that. If you're offering to be my sugar mama, yeah, why not? DM you. How do I do that? Will you DM me? My inbox is at 99 plus. Will you message me on another platform? Here, I'm putting my number up here. Wait, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I will have a better phone soon, and so I will have higher quality videos. I am an eligible bachelor from Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, time to plug in the vape. But on the back of a postcard, something that I could sing, but I could try for your heart. Oh, the truth sent me the real things, like a box of photographs, sepia tone loving. Love is the answer, at least for most of the questions of my heart. Like, why are we here? Where do we go? And how can we soar? It's not always easy, but sometimes life can be deceiving. Little things always better when we're together. What's up, dude?
You have a lighter?
I don't have one on me. Sorry, bro.
What time it is?
Yeah, we got 413.
4:13?
Yeah. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. If I don't mind, I'm 30 years old. What's it like in Las Vegas? Beautiful, first off. Secondly, it is cold in the morning, and it is nice and warm during the day. The people are kind, pedestrians are courteous, passers-by actually wave and say hello and things of that nature. It's pretty cool. A song I could sing, and there is no combination of words I could sing without you. One thing we're better together. Ooh. I can't. I do have a singing voice. I'm just like out here walking, and like there's a lot going on for me. Not there yet. Come on. Dua Lipa. Gonna listen to me. Listen. I'm gonna listen to some Dua Lipa. Go do your duty dutifully. And I will be here, enjoying myself as much as I want to. Proper. And no, I am not drunk. I am in a really good mood, and that's it. Thank God for portable batteries. Thank you for the 9 messages during this broadcast. I appreciate you. Welcome everyone to the broadcast. As you're coming in, say hello. I'm doing pretty good. You know, just doing my thing. Привет, как дела? I'm learning Russian. Again. Stop cutting off my internet. Put it back. Put it back. Thank you. I'm letting you know it's not a threat. You're fired. There. Now it's not a threat. All right. Moving on. Don't listen. If somebody says I'm threatening them, I'm not going to threaten you. I'm going to say you're fired. I'm not going to say I'm done saying you're going to get fired. I'm just going to have you fired. That's it. All right, moving on. Like I said, if you're a criminal, you're going to jail when you do that. And if you're not, then you're going to have to your life is going to get switched up. I have a very sensitive ecosystem going on. Might not seem like it, but I've been low key and I'm coming back out. Doesn't matter if I'm smoking on screen. I'm allowed to. You're all fired. Just letting you know. The violation didn't even show up on screen. I got a lot of power. Don't mess with me. I don't play. Oh, I do. I do play. And I'm a very good player. You're cheating. You're cheating. Okay. I got satellite trained on me. My people are watching. Every infraction, you're getting penalized for it. So past this block, it's a little more sketchy. And that traffic light sometimes doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And now you're getting penalized for it. Don't do it with me. I will call you right out. I don't have any interest in going down there. I don't have any interest in going any further up there. That's that. I said no. You will lose. You are already losing money. And you will lose more. So do not cheat when it comes to me. If I press that crosswalk button, it better turn to the walk sign. Do not steal my time. You will owe me. And now you do. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the hearts. Do not try to affect or otherwise manipulate my live stream while I'm in Vegas. Don't do it. I'm serious. Doesn't matter if you want to help, doesn't matter. I have a very tight-knit group. I got a little clique that I'm in, and that's it. I don't play around about it. Thank you. And thanks for listening. Thanks. Thanks for listening. Thank you for listening. I got satellite trained on me. I got satellite trained on me. My people are watching every infraction.
Yeah, I talk to myself out loud way too often. I'm sitting here and there's like sheriffs and stuff walking and leaving behind me. And I'm sitting here just like, you know, just like literally talking to myself out loud and kind of like not fighting with a bird, but like kind of like I got like a little bit left of my food. I don't know, the bird wants it. I know he's hungry, so I'm like, no, it's mine. I kind of want to share, but it's mine. You know what I'm saying? I paid for it, and I want to share it with him because I kind of feel bad for him, but I know that there's a million other people that are going to give him food, so it's mine.
Now, last but not least, where's my woman? I don't have one, but I want one, even for like just now. God, I'm so freaking alone today. That's alright. Get a Sunday. Guys, stop trying to get me diabetes, please. Can we just not do the thing where you like slyly try to force me into having diabetes? Can we speed past the part where people be complete scumbags? Like, can we just grow up and be nice to each other and actually help each other? Yeah, like, good karma is... People are always like, I don't get good karma. I'm like, somebody's starving and you offer them ice cream that's going to spike their sugar, but then you wonder why karma is your enemy. Like, there's a reason why karma doesn't like you. You're not actually being helpful. You're just, like, doing nothing. Just, like, spending your money and making them feel good for 5 seconds, but realistically destroying their health. And if you really care about people, then, you know, do the right thing. Don't just do the middle thing. Do the right thing. That's it goes. I played hooky today. Oh, did you really? Did you get away with it? I've never been caught by a truancy officer. Never once did I. And I got awesome grades. But that's the thing people don't realize is like bad grades comes from stress. It's really not like brain power. It's literally stress. Unless you have like a developmental disability. But like I would skip school to de-stress so that I could go to. So I would literally do my schoolwork at home, while skipping school, just because people stressed me out that much, and then I would get better grades. Never got in trouble for it. I got suspended once, or detention or something. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for someone to give you a traditional approach on life, you're gonna look somewhere else. You're gonna have to look somewhere else. Look for someone else, because the only kind of advice I give is advice that makes people successful. I don't give advice that just keeps you normal. You know, or like you said, it's that I'm passionate. That's another big piece of it. Is you got to realize, like, especially women around my age, like, and in these areas, they're looking for dudes that are settling down. Or here's another thing of it is, like, I'm the type of guy that they want to settle down. They want me to come settle down with them, right? And they're thinking if they could play their cards right, they could figure out how to get me to stick around. And like I can't, you know? Whereas if I were at least like a little different, maybe they wouldn't be trying to get me to settle down. They'd be willing to, you know, just hang out. But they always be trying to get me to settle down. And when they can't get me to settle down, they get real frustrated because it's like they're playing a card game and they lost, you know? And they put all their chips on the table and they lost. When I said from the beginning, like, I can't stick around, so then nothing comes of it. But like, I don't lead anybody on. I mean, literally from the get, like out verbally from my mouth, I can't stay. And then I'm not like, oh, maybe I could. There was one woman where I almost stayed. But that was so super rare. but I don't put those vibes out there I'm not a player, like literally not in the slightest. And I don't judge somebody that's a player, I don't, but admittedly the whole playing thing makes me sick. It does, it just does. I'm traditional, it's the way I'm raised, I'm engineered that way. So I don't like the playing thing. Play games on purpose for fun where both parties are involved and interested and it's mutual, fine. But that's the only way. And even then, like I'm just not good at it. I'm not much of a player. I'm a dork. Alright. End of story. I'm a dork. I don't know, I don't like having to do that much work. Honestly. Like unless I have more of like a, like in those situations, just because of where my mental and emotional state is and how focused I have to be on what I do, if there's a risk of failure, it's going to affect me emotionally and pull me off my game with my work. So I can't even risk losing, just because of how it'll affect me. Even if it only affects me a little, it'll throw me off enough to frickin' not realize it's Tuesday, per se. Yeah, it's a bit of a tightrope situation that I live in. That the way that I'm living is a bit of a tightrope situation. So I have to be very careful where I invest my energy. You know, I can't just date or hang out with somebody like in a leisurely situation of, this is just what I'm doing on a Tuesday. Yeah, it is, but it's also a Tuesday where when I wake up on Wednesday, you know, what direction am I going? What am I doing? What am I eating? Who am I talking to? And I have to reevaluate all of that every single day. You asked this question. All right, Pandora's box. Bitcoin, my opinion is that Bitcoin is the money hole for the blockchain as a whole, like WHOLE. I think that Bitcoin is what people are buying to help to fund and build the blockchain system altogether. So I don't think there's any actual money in Bitcoin anymore, but I do think that they're using it to build the blockchain system. People that are buying into it. Kat, welcome to the broadcast. Skylar, welcome to the broadcast. Like, and here's what I mean. Bitcoin is officially on Cash App, so I'm like, just no. Like, they have stocks. Oh, there's another thing that people here. I'll give you guys a little gold nugget, literally and figuratively. I'm gonna keep that on a hush hush, but Cash App does have the stock market system built up into it. Use it. It is so underutilized. It's so user friendly, and there actually are a lot of stocks you can access in there and be able to track. And if you're getting into whether it's penny stocks or just stuff where you're putting maybe a dollar per stock, guys, go find the stocks that are not volatile, that are slowly rising. You take $100 and put $100 into 100 different stocks that's doing that, and I made like $7,000. Literally in like 3.5 months. I had to go down and take care of something real quick. I come back, I look at my phone, $7,000. It was $100, and it wasn't an accident. You know, I calculated it, and all that money had to be. I didn't even get to keep it. I had to liquidate the whole freaking. I didn't even have all that money went right to freaking debt that doesn't exist. But the point is, that's what I was thinking. Yo, I'm starting to feel instead of just think, which is really nice. Cause I'm sick of being afraid. That's my least favorite nickname. When they either call me Robot or Terminator, I can't stand it. It's fun when I'm upset. I love the Terminator nickname, but when I'm not, I can't stand it. Like when I'm in a good mood, I can't stand anything having to do with just being, a machine. Cause I'm not. I'm flesh and blood. I'm real. I know you guys haven't met me in real life, but I'm real. Trust me, I'm real. Look at that. Look at how crooked that is. I'm real. Muhammad, welcome to the broadcast. Jack says, women want to talk about their cats. I would love nothing more than for a woman to just freaking sit down in front of me and do what would annoy every other guy and just talk my ear off for the rest of the night. It'd be fantastic. I'm not kidding you. That would make my day. Make my day. And that's the kind of relationships that I get into. Which is why I don't get into relationships, because women don't seem to actually respect men that want to give attention. But that's been a story since before I was any form of attractive. And even now, I'm not attractive, because they just find some other way for me not to be attractive, which is fine. Barbie says, a chocolate sundae. Yo, look at Barbie trying to come in. Yo, freaking. No, we're not. No. How do we. Creeps, man. I can't stand creeps. I can't. I'm going to be protecting y'all now from now on. If you see me block somebody and you don't know why, trust me that I know why. Because it's my broadcast. I know I'm done. But y'all gotta be careful. It's like if you're like high school age or something, don't say that you are. Don't. Because literally, like, one person did, and look at that. You got creeps coming on you. Like, because that's what they're doing. They're like, how do we relate? How do we get them into our... They're freaking... Internet people are freaking disgusting. Literally. Just don't. And when I say internet people, I mean people that are trying to, like, be your buddy. They're not trying to be your buddy. I promise you 100% of the time, from my experience of over a decade, 100% of the time, somebody trying to be your friend over the internet, like in these situations, is some sort of a freak. Like some sort of a freak that you don't want to associate with. Not the type of freak that's like, oh, they're just trying to have fun. No, they're like, freaking run away. Just don't even associate. Sorry, I get up and honest about that topic. That's a big one for me. Like, I try not to judge people for what they're into or whatever, but it's my broadcast. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the dude that knows what you're doing on the other side of the computer. Don't in here. Like, of all places, not in here. Edgar, welcome to the broadcast. It's like people are willing to lose their entire, rapport with me and in the freaking chat just to be weird. Or, I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying. Edgar, welcome to the broadcast. I don't mean to come off judgmental like that. You gotta understand that I was raised super traditional, okay? So, like, I still got that verbiage and that terminology just built into me. Everybody's got their preferences, I understand, but I got mine too. You know, my little world's gonna get run like my little world because I'm me. So I'm doing my best with you. DJ, welcome to the broadcast. I had to sit here and think. I just gave a dude my number, and I'm like, I hope I did not give him a number that backtraces to any of my accounts, because like when I meet people in real life, I don't like them knowing about my socials or like anything that I do. Yeah, I want to meet them. Like when I meet somebody in real life, I like keeping it personal. There's one dude that I met who's he's still keeping it kosher, and I'm like, yes, still being normal with me. But that's rare. That don't happen here all that often. You know, people just start getting different, start treating me different. But this dude's still being normal with me, and I'm really happy about it. Cause I don't have a lot of like real life friends. It's pretty tough to make real life friends. But I'm making some of them. Finally. Ugh. See, even in my brain, I look and I'm like, oh, she's pretty. Who's that? And I have to, man, you Asians, there's something. I don't know how you guys need to teach us Americans how to do makeup the way y'all do, because it really is difficult to tell whether or not you're a male. You got your stuff done up so professionally that it's almost impossible to see whether or not you're male or female. And that, I would say, is impressive. That's my personal opinion. That just says, what's the plan tonight? I had somebody offer me somewhere to sleep, so I should be alright. Yo, yeah, somebody offered for me to squat at their place. But let me say it to you this way. If you guys really want to know how people are being with me online, is like my options are becoming between squatting behind somebody's place when they offer it, or like in their truck bed or something, or like dude offering me like a $400 a night hotel, but like wanting stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that like my preference is to squat behind a building. You know what I mean? Obviously, but like, does it really have to be that way? Like, why can't people just be cool, and those people with that money not be trying to take advantage of me and just say like, yeah, like, here, go take a $40 a night motel or $60 a night motel, instead of trying to, like, I would never do that to somebody. Never. Maybe that's why I'm the guy that doesn't have the money. I mean, I got plenty of resources, but, I got that, well, I just don't drop it that way. Like I said, in this country, I couldn't spend it if I wanted to. NJS, welcome to the broadcast. Not without, like, blessing somebody way more than will be healthy for them. Just as 100% people with money should be helping you out. I appreciate that. Thank you. And that's the crux of it too. Being in this situation, I got freaking international resources. And I'm sitting here and I got people who got $20 in their own pocket feeding me. That's not right. And I bless them. They don't know it, but I bless them. But it sure would be nice to have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, people who have what I have in this country actually splitting it up with me and chopping it up with me, because those are the people I'm supposed to be doing business with and be working things out with. But it's like they think it's some kind of plague that I'm not involved in what they're involved in, when I don't want to be involved in what they're involved in. It's not for me. Amish Fonzie, thanks for the hearts. But they're the guys with the money, In this country, the people with the money are the ones that are into the interesting stuff. It's just the way it is. People with real money, not like $1 million, but like, I got like 50, 100 million. Apparently that's what it takes to buy a $100 hotel room. But that's alright. Or I could just freaking sleep where I'm being offered. That's like, doesn't cost anything. I get a whole lot of sleep. I wake up in the morning refreshed, and I've relaxed the whole time. And even though I didn't necessarily sleep in a bed, or like the way that I would prefer to sleep, I got sleep, And for those of you that haven't had to survive out there, what I'll tell you is, when you've had to survive long enough and you've been awake long enough and you've had to work hard enough, your body just starts to adjust to this, like, where if you need to sleep, you're going to sleep. Like, or if you have sleep available to you, you're going to pass out. Like, there's nothing about it. And it has its benefits, because then sometimes you put your head down somewhere that might literally be concrete and you pass right out. So anyway, what do you guys want to talk about? Hello, how are you? People are starting to mock me on saying hello, because I have a Scottish accent. So I'll go hello, and then I got people in the comments going hello with an A. I'm like, oh, you're funny. That's clever. I'm sorry, that's very clever. For those of you that don't know where I'm from, being called funny isn't necessarily a good thing. It's actually one of the worst. It's worse than being called a lot of curses. You're kind of better off being called whatever name you want to be called. Being called funny is not something that we do.
You're a big cop. Really funny. Really funny. What do you mean I'm funny? It's funny, it's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy. What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What? It's just, you're just funny. It's funny, the way you tell the story and everything. Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Tommy, no, you got it all wrong.
Oh, Anthony. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. What'd you say? You're right.
Funny how? What?
Just, you know, you're funny.
You mean,
So?
well, let me understand this, because maybe it's me, I'm a little up, maybe. But I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
No, just, you know how you tell a story. What?
No, I don't know. You said it. How do I know? You said I'm funny. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
I can't explain that one to you. But I guess it has to do with the flexibility of having to come to people that are unhoused as opposed to them coming to you, because sometimes people can't come to you. What do you call it? But I see somebody wearing a backpack. That's the same as the one I got stolen. But every time I see it, you know, because I don't know. I'm not just going to chase somebody down. You know, there's so many people that could have bought that backpack. Yeah, there's no way to know if it's mine or not. What I can tell you is everybody in the city is at risk. Anybody in the city of Los Angeles wearing a gray backpack from Target is at risk of death. Just because one scumbag decided to steal my backpack. And if you want to blame anybody, you could blame the city of Los Angeles for not giving me proper housing yet. Because I'm supposed to be off the street with a locked door in front of me where people can't get in. But hopefully we're working that out today, as long as they're smart enough not to reschedule, and also hopefully smart enough not to try marking me clinically insane. So, you know, I'm giving them the one up. I'm also coming, you know, at my worst, just to be a little more honest about the situation, but we'll see what they do. I'm also making sure to put a live stream out there and do it over Wi-Fi and everything. That way it's documented. This time around, they can't fuck me over. So I'm keeping it documented. Now I understand. I never understood why, you know, people around here will be putting everything on camera and they're so obsessed with documenting everything. Now I'm starting to get it, because there's a lot of corruption, like a lot of it. It's really, really bad. So I am documenting like my every move, like almost my every move. So yeah, just to give you an example, we're about to do a mental health screening at Hollywood Burger. No promise of housing, no agreement upon, you know, any guarantees of anything. Me meeting them as a homeless person at Hollywood Burger, and them deciding whether or not I need psychoactive medication without any promise of somewhere to live. Yeah. Why am I doing it? Because fuck the system. If they give me housing, then it works out. If they don't give me housing, I get to help restructure the entire infrastructure of the mental health system of the Los Angeles County. Yeah. One way or another, it's a win. I'm doing good. My numbers are growing. The income's building. I got my money every month either way. Fuck else am I doing? With me freezing, when that sun comes up, it's real warm and feel nice. And biologically, I'm naturally going to feel more comfortable and safe where I'm sitting. Not necessarily just like where I'm sitting, but like with this, like I'm in front of the metro, right? I'm in front of the train station. And so that's what I'm doing, is forcing my brain to accept that I have to travel around, that I have to move around, since I very, very much don't want to. Yeah, well, this is just a screening. It's not like a full eval. So they're gonna meet with me and give like their street opinion on my mental health status. And it pretty much the way it is they're either gonna give me housing or I'm gonna get the person who evaluates me fired. So I don't know how it's gonna go. We'll see what happens. If they don't show up, they're losing their job and their housing, wherever they live, however much money they make. I don't care if they have a degree. I don't care if they've been working on their lives for 20 years. Don't matter to me. I have to get housing for myself. And that's what this is about. That's why I'm being so, as I call it, proactive. Very proactive. Being proactive right now is a requirement. No, that is your future if you don't shut the fuck up. I swear to God. Yes, I will do it to you with my bare hands. So do not question me, do not challenge me. I'm a very docile and kind person. Hollywood has made me hard.
and we will do what it takes. Yeah, I don't play. I really don't play. And before, I used to be ashamed of it. Now I'm proud of it because I know how to stay alive. I recommend you learn how to do the same. You either be good or be good at it. I've learned how to be both. And unlike a lot of these people that come up in the industry who have, that they get questioned by the FBI or they end up with catching a case, I already had a conversation with my government and I said, you ever insult me with the threat of a case, I am leaving this country, never coming back, taking everything I got and not bringing it back. And I mean it. That's something they didn't do. I'm an asshole. Most people aren't. Me, I really will. I'm not kidding you. If I ever get charged with a crime ever again in my life, ever, I will leave this country and never come back. That is my right hand to God. And anybody involved in getting me a charge can enjoy a very happy accident that has nothing to do with me. It's your system. It's your gods that you worship. You can go ahead and answer to them. They're cool with me. They ain't cool with you. I don't literally mean gods. I mean people that have the ability to make moves that are so large that it's inconceivable. Yeah, I'm doing my best. I mean, I went without a shower for about a week and a half. Yeah. I mean, it's a mental health thing. So I'm not going to fake it. I got the depression thing going on. But that's mostly just because of my living situation. I don't want anybody having sympathy for me over the depression thing. It's a biochemical problem. I don't have depression. I'm experiencing depression. There's a difference, right? I don't have chronic depression. I don't have this horrible life situation that I'm going through. My life is really fucking good. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm in a tough spot, but my life is really good. But I'm struggling with a biochemical imbalance due to my environmental factors. The overexertion, the lack of nutrition, that's what's causing the depression. So am I willing to take a medication for a couple of months until the depression goes away naturally from proper food and sleep? Yeah, no problem. If it means I get somewhere to live, why the heck not? I know what's causing my depression, but the person who has the degree isn't as smart as me. And they're going to assume that I have, to me it's an assumption, they're going to think that I have, some sort of chronic depression or something like that, and that's what they'll diagnose me with. And that's fine. I don't got any issues with that. Then I take the pills, I get better, they take credit for me getting better, they win, they get promoted, I get somewhere to live, I get permanent housing, I get SSDI, and then I get a job and come off of all the assistance. And I'm doing good. Yes, people with disabilities can still gain employment and hold a job. The town I grew up in, we had a grocery store, and there were people that worked at that grocery store that were extremely autistic, people suffering from chronic illness, chronic mental illness, and you hold a job just fine. They didn't have any issues holding the job, any issues helping customers. It's just these elitist scumbags that are so obsessed with only hiring people that are like the most biogenetically capable. It's like Nazi shit. But here in America, we have a system where even if you got issues going on, you can still work. Nothing says you can't work. It's just about learning how to hold the job, and as long as you're able to put up with people, you'll be just fine. Yeah, no, we already have in America a social credit score system. People just aren't aware of it yet. Like in China, they tell people about it because people respect the government. In America, people are psychotic and aggressive. They don't trust their government, and so they don't tell anybody that we already have a social credit score system, and people are being given and taken away points every day. Like my credit score is low due to what other people have done to me. Like my shit goes so deep that my social credit score is affected by other people's decisions. But over time, my credit score will bounce back up. And before I'm 40, my credit score is going to be about 850. So I'm not sweating it at all. Just take a day at a time. Lay on the charm and you'll be great. Thanks. That's enough. Ladies, with your psychoactive abilities, you can chill the fuck out right now. I'm calling you on your shit. Stop right now. I'm not asking. I'm telling you. You're some pretty powerful bitches, and I'm gonna block you if you don't stop. Are we on the same page? This is the part where you say yes, sir, or you leave the broadcast if you can't handle it. Well, that sucks, you know? But you gotta remember, you're in my broadcast, you know? Like, you realize that. This is my content. You're not in our space. You're in my space. And you're intruding on my space. People don't get it. They're like, they don't realize, like, listen, you're giving up your future just to try and prove me wrong. Like, do you realize that? You are, like, I'm not kidding you. You are sacrificing your ability to ever move forward in your life, ever again, just because you've chosen to challenge me. That's the cost. You will live in a cyclical, aerobarotic lifestyle for the rest of your existence. You will never again do anything new. That is my guarantee to you.
Okay, well, if I'm boring y'all, I think I'm gonna try going to bed. That's right. And hey, to those who've been flirting with me, if you really want to flirt with me, I do have a Snapchat, you know. I'm very forward about that. Because I have my fans, I have the audience, I have friends, and then I have acquaintances, right? And if you fall under the category of acquaintance and you're wanting to flirt with me, I have a Snapchat. There's no reason that you have to deal with, you know, being on here and doing it this way. We can always do it in private. It's an option. That's all I'm going to say. It's an option. Sorry, please don't leave. Just got here. Okay. I'm so tired though. Already say her meeting for how they went today. Just got here. Thank you for prefacing. Before the helicopter comes over, reschedule for Wednesday. Reschedule for tomorrow. Got it. If they reschedule again, then what did I do last time? Because I did this exact same. Okay, so 9 times out of 10, when people forget that shit happened, they don't, like, you ever have to do something, do not say out loud, do not respond to me out loud about this, okay? I really am so wealthy in resource and connection that I can say this out loud and literally be able to afford not to have to go through it again. But let me just say it. If you've ever had to do stuff twice in real life, like just having to do something over again you didn't feel like doing or something you didn't like doing. I'm in a situation where, like, I'm trying to remember what I did last time, because I definitely didn't show up for what I was supposed to show up for. And that's what I remember, is like either they flaked or rescheduled again, or like just fell through. I don't remember which, and I don't remember whether or not I had the meeting for the financial planning thing that I was supposed to have. I don't remember, but hopefully tomorrow everything comes through properly. Everyone, all whatever. Just hopefully it all works out. We'll see what happens. Well, it's about that time. The crazies are coming out for tonight. The ones that look you dead in the face and don't think there's anything wrong with them is their eyes are bulging and their murder is in their eyes. And they don't even realize it. Thanks for the hearts. Hope it goes well for me. Thank you. Capo, welcome to the broadcast. And some people be like, well, you're spending our resources. I'm like, I'm actually not. Like, there's a lot of people that I have gifted throughout my lifetime or that I've invested in throughout my lifetime that don't even know about it. And I'm coming to the point where I'm having to collect. And I hate to have to do it, but sometimes you just have to, especially when you got bills and people to take care of. And right now, I am the person that I have to take care of. So, that's it. I'm collecting a little early, but it is what it is. COVID happened, And if all these people didn't come collecting early, I wouldn't have to. But because they did, so do I. And they got everything from me they needed. Decades early. But now I get to collect from them and their bosses and their bosses' bosses much sooner. So, yeah. So I hope that everything they got from me is going to be enough of a cushion for what's coming in the next decade. It's going to take less than a year, but it's going to affect them for the next decade. And it's their own fault for not just leaving me, to continue on. They tried to affect my momentum, and for that, well, even if it was a good deed, no good deed goes unpunished. Well, I really got to pee. Like, pretty bad. It's still a lot. Well, traffic's dying down, I would say. But not yet. I'm going to wait a little while yet. All right. 101 PK. Let's go. See who we got. Or do females. Because I'll tell you what. In real life, I'm usually just more friends with males. But on the internet, I just can't do the guys. Because it's like they're just so competitive and they get under my skin, PK's distracting. Yeah, but like, what else am I doing, Like, I got nothing else to do. And I'm getting bored to the point where I'm getting tired. Like, people don't realize I'm going to be stuck in a loop of homelessness unless I do something with my life. Like, I'm not... Like, I don't like people feeling sorry for me. I don't like being in this situation. I really don't. It's actually quite irritating. Tell you about my day. Well, I did the same thing I did last time I did this. And that has been my whole day. I have literally pretty much done the exact same thing that I did the last time I did this day. Yeah. So if you don't remember it, then I don't know what to tell you. Well, thank you, Sarai. Thank you. They say, well, we'll make you continue to do the same day over and over again until you stop talking about it. I say, you don't understand. We're more powerful. I am more powerful than the people that are able to do that. And so the reality is, you can force me to do it a third time, but the third time you won't be alive to witness it. That's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I am one powerful motherfucker, and that's one thing I'm proud of. I don't know how the hell I became as powerful as I am. It happened during COVID. It did. Like, if I told you, you know what, I'm fucked anyway, right? They're gonna tell me that I'm crazy tomorrow anyway. So what difference does it make? I'm gonna say this off camera. I know you guys record this shit anyway, but fuck it. And I can't wait for the Looney Tunes that show up in my inbox over this. But guys, if I told you I could affect the weather with my mind, obviously you would tell me I'm a fucking nut job. But I didn't say that, did I? Of course I did. What I can tell you is, when COVID hit and they put 5G up,
my life really changed a lot. And there's nothing else that I really have to say about it. Yeah, and I'll tell you something else, is most of my friends in real life are gay, right? And I don't hang out with a lot of women. No offense. But, and I'm not against women. I like women. It's just, my life really, I'll tell you what, 2021 changed me. Just my life. My life just changed. After becoming alone in my life, I just, like, before that, I had pretty much spent all my time either alone around women. I spent almost none of my time with men. And, like, post 2021, I pretty much spent all my time with men, almost no time around women, and pretty much no time alone. And it's just weird. Like, I've never lived like this before in my entire life, and now it's like my entire lifestyle. It's just totally flipped. But it's a good life. I live a good life. So where was I going with that? Anything that involves a woman. Well, not woman anymore for me. I'm over that. Like I said, I feel like I've elevated past the ideas of gender. So, like, but like an animal. The situation involves an animal. Like, I officially literally see women as equal, like, in every way. Because, like, I naturally gravitate towards reality and, like, stuff that makes sense. And, like, as my mind clears up and I'm able to think, like, in a way that makes sense, it's just much easier to just rationalize things in a way that's more accurate to what I see going on around me. And also, I very much compare, like, I take, I do comparative analysis. I do a lot of different types of, like, figuring out what makes sense with us, and I try to speak in layman's terms as much as possible. Sound regular, but I'm a nerd. Can't help it. But I also don't fit into the nerd community. They intimidate me quite a bit. So, like, this is kind of a middle ground. That's another thing I got to sit back and reflect on, is, like, how messed up my situation was, and, like, realizing, like, oh my God, like, how lucky am I that I do not have, like, any venereal diseases, blood diseases. Like, I got all my tests done and everything. Like, I don't have anything wrong with me. I'm so fucking lucky. So I have no idea, like, some of what I've trudged through, and, like, I'm talking about dirty, man. I made dirty look clean. I was not okay. Like, I want you to think of the most rank homeless person you could think of, and they were, like, 3 steps above the situation I was in. Swear to God. And I'm getting fucked because I knew, like, I had my focus. I knew where I had to get to. I knew the time frame I had to get there. I knew what I needed to live to the point where I got there, and that was it. Anything else, I could clean up later, make an excuse for later, solve later, apologize for later, or otherwise pay for later. And so, recently got the bill, paid it off, moving on with my day. So yeah, thank you. Just really wish that, like, my brain had been, like, where it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, mentality. Just wish I had that mentality, like, a couple of years ago. It would have been really convenient. Like, really, really convenient. I don't digress on this one. I'm really pissed at God. I'm really like, fuck you. You know, like, you didn't have to, like, chill out. Like, I know, sense of humor, it's hilarious. But, like, you know, come on. It's a little much. But he's like, or God's like, but you're kind of asking for, that's fair. He's like, you want to be a god among men, but you want to be a bitch. Like, fair. Very fair. Orange juice. You ever hear them say, don't test my gangster? I don't even have a gangster. It's called attitude. And apparently they call that old school gangster. Bro, you make a decision, keep walking, and you don't look back. I didn't even look back. God's honest truth, I did not even look back. Literally did not look back. You try to slide me like that, whatever happens to you is not my problem. I could hear you. This is the truth. As long as I ain't causing harm to somebody, or the situation isn't my fault, or they're not relying on me for life or death, if you're screaming in the background, call 911, because it ain't my problem. You screwed me over, and now them guys came to get you that I was keeping off your back. When that buzzsaw starts, let's hope you can keep the fingers on the other hand to call 911, because it ain't my problem. Guys, this is real life. That's the difference. Is people be like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. I don't deal with. Look, here's the deal. You can either do one of two things. You can take care of things yourself, or you can pay to have them taken care of for you. Do not ever think for a moment that you can disrespect the people that take care of things for you and not end up either paying a higher premium or needing to find someone new. So essentially what I'm saying is, they tried to pull me out of the society. It's like, we don't need you. Like, okay. I didn't get proud when they did. I just realized, all right, I'm here. Oh, shut up. And it is essentially literally, how I am with it. It's like, shut up. Why am I not afraid of incarceration? First and foremost, if you want respect from non-corrupt law enforcement, okay? People that go to work and do their job and come home to their family or come home to their own personal life. Do not fear incarceration. Do not fear the law. Do not fear law enforcement officers. Do not fear interactions with law enforcement. Okay? Don't be excited for just being different. For example, now we're downplaying it, obviously. Now, they don't always like these comparisons, but we are lay people. We are not like them. We are not anything. Well, those of us that are. So we're gonna go layman's terms here. Is jail not that bad? No. Jail is death. Jail is death. Okay? Especially if you're not lazy and you do stuff with your life. Jail is the most agonizing, excruciating, horribly, inappropriately, inhumane, destructive experience humanly conceivable to the mind, body, spirit, possibly soul of the being that is us. Yeah, it's that bad. I was good at it. It's really good at it. Death. It's really bad. Don't go there. Don't ever go there. I have starved. I have been beaten within an inch of my life. This is outside of incarceration. I'll get there. I have lost people that I loved more than my own life. I have gone through some very seriously painful physical and metaphysical transitions in life. None of them compare to whatever the fuck happens to you or is done to you during incarceration. Doesn't even come close. Not war. Nope. Nothing. It's considerably good for bad people. If you're a good person, jail is really, really bad. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. And prison's worse. No, prison's better. Prison's so much better. Oh my god. But it's also really scary. So anyway, next question. I really hope you guys are recording and clipping these and like posting videos on YouTube and getting free views for yourself, because you have my word as I say this out my mouth is like free attribution. Do whatever you want with it. Anything I record, anything I do what you want with it. Because what I realized is I might not make money, but I don't need that money, number one. Number two, it's a lot of work to manage a virtual self. Like, are you kidding me? You guys go ahead and do that. Have at it. Have fun. The video's going out there either way. I want the traffic. I want people to see my face, let it get out there. You know what I'm saying? And at whatever light it is, there's always going to be that 1% of people who use the brain. And if, like I said, if it's not a very appropriate video, they're going to find their way to comment sense. And for those of you that just put out, basic content, thank you. Even cooler. They make you famous. They did, though. They did. Yo, 2020, I'm telling you, man. Like, did you not notice how, like... Sorry. Well... Okay, that goes into, like, a topic. That goes into, like, stuff that I could talk about. But, like, it's really better that I have to take these off for a little while. But it's really better that I don't, just so I'm not, like, being a jerk. Like, if I were to talk about that stuff, I'd just be a straight-up jerk. Whatever. The point is, I was doing my thing, and now I'm doing my thing. But I had some people who, like, really pervaded their way into my personal space and tried to force their way in and figure out, like, how they could get from mine, But, like, it just doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. And people don't understand, like, the lot that you get, depending on where it comes from, is yours. So, like, this is mine. It literally cannot be stolen. Cannot be taken. It's not possible. Alright? Like, they could take my face, they could take my name, they could reproduce, the content, do all that. But when it comes down to it, I'm the commodity. I'm the product. I'm the sale. I'm the guy. The person that people want in that perspective, right? And same goes for anybody in this market, anybody in this industry, right? It's like you are the thing that people desire. It's not you. You can't reattach that to another person. You can rebrand it and repackage it and sell it. Walmart does that with, let's say Reese's or, Nabisco products, right? You got great value brand. But at the end of the day, nothing beats a Reese's. I don't know how else to say it. So, like, for me, I know my personal value, I know my worth, and the way I'm talking to some people may sound cocky, but it's really not. It's confidence. And my recommendation to you on a personal level, not even professional, I'm talking to you, like, one-on-one, mano a mano, is you should care about yourself as much as I care about myself. You should. And whatever that looks like for you, whatever it means to you, find a way to get there, because you are worth that much. You are. You just don't know it. I mean, I've seen it on paper. I'm telling you for a fact, like, we are valuable, and you have to put the work in to start finding out how much you're really worth. Shave your hair off and teach you some craziness. Nope. I'm not in a cult. I'm not. Telling the truth. I'm not a cult. I don't do cults. I was raised in one. I don't do cults. I was raised Catholic, so I don't do cults. You're on your toes, huh? Best believe. All day, every day now. I would not be live if I didn't have every possible avenue mapped out and know what road I would want to take if I was forced down one.
Or what way to take it? Y'all are typing super fast. I'm sorry, I missed a couple comments there. Yo, but I will say is like, I understand so much more now the obsession. Like, I got some fans like this dude who like he's friggin' obsessed. I'm sorry, he's obsessed. But it's kind of cool. Like, when you really think about it, it's kind of freaking cool. If you weren't a fan, you wouldn't be in the broadcast. I'm sorry to tell you. Haters don't hang out in the broadcast. They just don't. Like, what hater? If somebody hates me, are they going to give me the clout? Are they going to give me? No, they don't. If you hate somebody, you don't give them the time of day. So, yeah, you do stalk me. I know. I got plenty of stalkers. You just have to be one of them. Happen to be one of them. You're one of the only ones that has the balls to come up. I don't want to say the balls. You're just one of the only people who has like the gall to come up in the broadcast and just, you know.
Why is it a problem? I'm a longevity guy. Okay. Ooh, holy crap! What the heck is that? What did it fall on my foot? Oh, it's just a cockroach. Okay. But straight up, like I'm a dude. Like you guys now, I've told you how long I've been doing this, like forever, right? And when I say people have to try to shut me down, no, not cancel me, kill me. All right, like there's a difference. Have I earned that? No, I didn't. My dad earned it, and people thought I was my dad. So anyway, you should be a model. Appreciate you, thanks. I hope where I live is open 7 to 10. Yep, totally against policy. Leon, welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for the hearts. But as I was saying, it's I'm looking out for the employee is really what I'm doing. Queen Bee, welcome to the broadcast. When I say these things, is to try and help them understand that they have to think a little more long term, like in their own lives. Not just like it's a win-win. You follow the code of the business, then you're also following the code of your employeeship, which gives you longevity in the business, a better CV. And then whenever the place does close down, which it will, because most of these businesses are becoming delivery only, and they will, I guarantee you, all right? It ain't going to be another decade before McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Domino's, Pizza Hut, maybe even like Applebee's and Perkins, if Perkins stays around, Perkins might end up shutting down all the way, become delivery only businesses. Now places like Longhorn Steakhouse, the Darden Group, maybe the Rose Group for some Applebee's might be able to stick around for a longer time. But for the most part, a lot of these businesses are going to shut down and be DoorDash and Postmates and Uber Eats only. And even then, those companies will end up dissolving into, anyway, I won't bore you by going too far in the future, but yep, they already started that with McDonald's, many no more dining inside. Yep. Saunders, welcome to the broadcast. Beach, welcome to the broadcast. Because it's just not worth the maintenance. It's not even worth having the employees be doing it. But like I said, it's either way, it's still against policy. So until they actually change the policy, they're not supposed to be doing that. But like I said, it's a wiggle room thing. And for me, as an individual and as a creator, my main thing is as long as I'm being given the privileges of what's on policy, I'm on board. We're not playing the game of we now changed on Google, which takes 5 seconds, and I could within 15 minutes make a page, call up a friend who has an apartment, spend $75 and literally start a small business, put an address there and put it on Google. I could have that done in 15 minutes. And then we officially have Joe Schmo's Burgers open from 7 to 10 p.m. And I could change that 7 to 10 p.m. to 7 to 4 p.m. and it'd take me 15 seconds to change the hours. Does it make it legit? No, it doesn't. So what I'm saying is you could make it look like the place is only open till 10. You could make it look like the person's loitering, but they're not. End of story, So like for me with McDonald's, I'm an investor, I'm a customer, I'm an associated with certain corporate members, and I don't play, you know. I take it very seriously, and you know, when people come at me with a spirit of fear, my first instinct is a spirit of defense, because the first thing you got to do is defend yourself. Now, am I going to attack the employee? No. But if people are trying to teach me a lesson that I need to not exist, then they're going to learn a lesson that they need to do their job. And I'm not the job. And that's where people get distracted. Because over the past couple of years, people have been tempted with these, well, you know, where trying to get homeless people locked up was the job, right? I get it. I understand. That time's over. It never should have happened to begin with. It was corporate corruption, not corporate corruption. Well, I call it corporate because, you know, stateless. Governmental corruption, but that's done now. It's not a thing anymore. And you now get punished for singling out homeless individuals. You know, it's literally, it's against so many international laws. It's not even funny. And I won't go any further with that right now because I just don't need to. But my goal ultimately is to be copacetic and work together. It really is. But like I said, you got freaking terrorists and anti-globalists who say they're fighting for independence, but they're not. Like, I will tell you, as a globalist, I am the most independently operable and operating person that you may ever meet in the mainstream media, and like, that actually puts my face out there. But my goal ultimately is to be copacetic and work together. It really is. But like I said, you got freaking terrorists and anti-globalists who say they're fighting for independence, but they're not. Like, I will tell you, as a globalist, I am the most independently operable and operating person that you may ever meet in the mainstream media, and like, that actually puts my face out there. Because people who do what I do, mostly they don't. Or who live the way that I live, mostly don't put their faces out there. But these people who are claiming to be like globalists, and they're claiming to care about the community, and they're, you know, they want everybody to be able to be free. No, they're not. They're saying it, but what they're really saying is, what they're really trying to do is tear things apart to try and put it together in a way that they want it, right? So like, the things that I fight for and the way that I live, I'm not just fighting for values and living in ways that get me what I want. I'm not. I get some of what I want, but there's a lot of pieces of it that have nothing to do with what I personally gain from it, and I don't gain from it. There's stuff that I lose because of some of the ways that I choose to live, but I believe in the ethics, and it's effective. So when I say sticking to code is important, I say it's one of the reasons why I've survived to this day, to bring a full circle to the point where I'm sitting in front of you right now, where people, I mean, I can't tell you how many people right now, I guarantee you, are looking at me with their faces white as ghosts, surprised to see me alive, having had a hand in trying to make sure that I wasn't. Then are now like, oh crap, what do we do? Because not only am I alive, but I'm sitting here live streaming, which is something nobody ever thought I'd be able to do again. So, you know, God won. My point, stick to code, stay on track, and you will conquer whatever's in front of you twice as fast and with 4 times as much eloquence as anyone ever expected you to. Yeah, like I said, let me put it this way, is like, I believe in having an equal world, and I also believe in doing things yourself. You can do both. Like, having an implemented system where, you know, pretty much everything is organized is possible, and a very healthy thing for people who don't know how to handle themselves. And in the same token, we are living in a very organized and regulated world, and I'm still sitting here as a complete independent individual. It's possible to do both. It is. You don't have to just have one or the other. And that's what people try to do, is they say they're picking sides, but they're either trying to destroy the system, make it whatever they want it, or just be completely, I don't feel like taking responsibility for anything. And, you know, none of those options are really ethical. You know, so I work as an independent, trying to support the building of a system that's good for people that need it, and also good as a backup should I ever need it. Or let's say I decide one day I want to have kids. Am I going to be able to support them in a free world on my own? No, how long has it been since people have done that? So realistically, it's going to be smarter to have a system to lean on, should I need it. Yeah, I'm not doing very good at the whole mukbang thing, because food costs money, and I'm not in a position where I have money, so I'll do, I might even just get rid of the mukbang thing. But we needed some sort of a topic on the freaking, of my profile, other than just me. But I might need something else, Spike, thanks for the follow. Long Duan, welcome to the broadcast. I really expected more people to be like, hey, here's $5 for McDonald's, here's $5 for Arby's, but nobody really hit me up like they used to. People are far more reserved with their money nowadays. Why did I decide to live this lifestyle? Well, at first it was just this excitement of wanting to go out and see what the world was like, and not really wanting to wait until I had more money to do it. Just do it off, fly off the seat of my pants and try to make a career and whatnot. And it was good for a while. I had my tough times, but I've now come to the point where I've literally conquered it. I'm on foot. I could walk 50 plus miles a day if I have to. It's pretty easy to find places to rest. Finding food can be difficult. Every now and again, it could be difficult depending on where I'm at. But really, that has more to do with me being more stubborn, not asking near as much as I used to. So it's actually really not that hard at all anymore. But like I said, having conquered it, now I want the next challenge. I don't really want to do this anymore. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go home and be done with this part. Spike, thanks for more gold beans. Thank you so much for all the gold beans. Thank you for lighting me up. All right. Where's my home? Los Angeles, California. And don't forget, Instagram's right there. Gold beans and all that. Guys, I'm not going to be able to cash any of that out. I am stateless. I do not have ID. I do not have an appropriate social to utilize without pulling some strings. So, even the cops aren't supposed to put it in their system. But then they still ask me for it anyway. And if I don't give it to them, they say I'm being suspicious. So it's on them when they put it in their system. Literally, it's not my fault. What do you want me to do? Just not give it to you? And then you arrest me because you think I'm trying to cause a problem or something. But just remember, I can't cash in my beans or anything unless someone else cashes them for me or something. So if you do, and even more so is what I need more than beans is actual money, but not really even money, is food. I don't even need money, but just food. If anyone, it's technically money, right? But like a food gift card would be freaking fantastic. I don't do Cash App. I don't have any of that. Totally off the grid. But yeah, I used to be afraid of local pool, and then I got drug under by two different corrupt communities, and it was actually more exciting than it was scary. And I ended up winning over. I literally just sat back, observed, I learned, and then essentially just took over the infrastructure from the inside. The parts of the infrastructure that were corrupt, that needed to be organized, I set things in motion in a domino effect to make sure that they would end up organized in such a fashion that was legal. And now they will be. It'll take 20, 30 years, but that entire project is finished, which is exciting. Rampage, welcome to the broadcast. But I'm not doing it anymore. And like I said, it was by permission. I technically gave him permission, but now I'm saying permission revoked. Don't take offense. Don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. I feel kind of bad, but it was too much. It wasn't. I can't handle doing it again. I can't. I'll die, literally. What happened to my nose? It's just broken. I technically did it 3 times. Technically. But now, like I said, I don't want involvement in politics. I don't want involvement in religion. I just don't. I don't really know that I even want involvement in business. I know so much about all 3, but I feel like I've grown beyond being involved in these parts of society. I am mainstream, but I just want to do and focus on only the thing that I just want to create. I just want to put myself out there in such a fashion that makes people feel more understood. I want to act, I want to sing, and then not really do anything other than that, for real. I want to make that my life, and my life has been very complex and complicated my entire life. and I'm ready for things to be simple. Laurie, welcome to the broadcast. Sammy, what's up? And I have some people that are upset, you know, they're like, you're so good at what you do, like how, you know, you can't. And I'm just like, you got to realize I won't live past 40. If I don't stop, I will not live past, and I didn't say slow down. That's what, that was the next response. Well, why don't you slow down? No, I won't live past 40 if I don't stop, because my brain can't, like, I literally can't handle it. It's so energy intensive, and people don't understand how the brain works. The brain is a muscle, and like I can't, like, I'm finally calmed down. I'm finally like not totally lost in all the information of things and the knowledge of stuff, and I'm just like finally relaxing and focusing on what counts and what matters, you know, what's important to me. And I'm done. I'm out, you know. I'm no longer the brawn. I'm no longer the brain. I'm the guy who's ready to enjoy what I've earned and go become a creative. And I know I'm going to be made fun of for it, but I also know that I'm going to be successful. And if that means that all I have is penny on the dollar, well, that penny on the dollar will still be millions of dollars. So for whatever that's worth, you know, I can make a good life out of that. And that's plenty, way more than I ever possibly could have imagined was going to come my way. So that's enough for me.
See, y'all, I'll tell you what's ironic. Let me say this while I'm still on Twitter. Some of y'all are the fucking reason I can't get a regular day job. You know? I literally have the equivalent of a traffic ticket on my record. In case you didn't know, that's actually what it is. And it's just some old motherfuckers that were really pissed that they're not allowed to control my life, that they really fucked up. And what they did was they reverse engineered the, let's call it a media blackout caused by COVID. And now, when I tell you, they're fucked down to the point of bloodline. I mean, oh my shit, bro, this shit is beyond biblical, and I fucking love it. I fucking love it, because I'm not a bitch. But apparently it scares most people when you go through it. Like, think about life like levels, all right? The further you get, the less scary it becomes, okay? But then you also sometimes forget, when you do levels over to go get all the blue Legos, you forget that you're still playing with some people that didn't make it to that level yet. And they're like, what the fuck? You know? So, sorry about that. Someone said I was broadcasting from jail. Oh, I didn't say it. I didn't say I wasn't. But, in case you need company. All right. But for real, though. Yeah, like I said, while I'm still on Twitter. Yeah. So it's ironic because you guys kind of are the reason why I'm eligible for all this assistance. Some of you. So thank God for me being able to prove that I can't get a job and keep a job and like have an employer that's going to keep me on. I have a lot of I have a lot of like documented history that I could prove that it's not my fault, which is actually what you need. Can't get on disability, but I got the basic necessities, and I don't even plan to have this forever. Obviously, I'm gonna go through the process, take care of what I need to. I will find somebody that will hire me. You know, I will find a job, but it's gonna take me a lot longer than the average person. But I bet you I will, because I don't quit too easy, and I'm gonna go to college, and I'm not gonna let anybody. I'm not gonna let anybody kidnap me this time. No other way to say it. But I will see you over on the other platform in a jiffy. Don't forget to follow, because Twitter looks like it's going to start becoming fun. Bye for now.
All I need to do is take my brain off the screen and realize that I am literally just walking down the street. There's nothing crazy special about it. I'm just walking down the street, right? People are going to notice. It's weird. I'm talking to a glass screen. But this is actually real life. People around me know that, right? They're living their life. They're doing their job. They're like, who the hell is this guy? What's he doing?
What a weirdo. Of course. Because it is weird. It is weird. All right? But who are the actual pioneers? It's the people who are willing to come out in a regular life while everyone else is doing their regular thing and do the weirdest thing. All right? I'm doing the weirdest thing.